is the part.
Hollywood has a whole lot of suspense. It's interesting, practically not predictable.
I think the graphic work, and there is actually a lot of time put into the production and the editing and all of that.
You actually can predict Nollywood. Once you see the first two scenes, you can most likely tell what is going to happen in the end.
I still believe in those Nigeria's movies than those white movies.
And there's a whole lot of sense to it. But Hollywood, even though they are trying a whole lot now, but you can actually predict. You can actually say what will happen next.
I'm not saying Nollywood is not good, which actually is getting better now, but we have to put a little bit more effort into production.
Because I don't want to go to a cinema and go and waste my money on something I can't predict.
My name is Fronis, is Africa's Pride, world's favorite comedian. That's my title.
I like that.
International title.
You just had to, put it all out there because I'm just that killer. Top 5 funniest comedians in Nigeria. That's what we're talking about right now. Are we good?
Are you a comedian?
I'm not a comedian. I just talk, man.
Aguda is funny.
All right, I'm in. Basket Mouth has to be my top 1 funniest comedian in Nigeria. Nobody can take that away from him.
My number 1 comedian in the world.
Don't mention yourself.
It's Ali Baba. The
king
of Nigerian comedy.
You know what I think? You know what I think again?
You know what I think?
Wait.
I'm not thinking right now, but Ali Baba is number 1 funniest comedian on the planet. Number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. We have a dead man in the studio. We need to call an ambulance to take him off because my number 1 is Ali Baba.
Basket Mouth.
He just woke up.
Ruth Agua is a Nigerian actress, model, and producer. She hails from Enugu State but was born and raised in Kaduna in northern Nigeria. Ruth Agua started her career back in 2008 when she partook in the Miss Photogenic pageant and emerged as one of the finalists. In 2009, she landed one of the lead roles, Carrie, in So Wrong, So Right, a drama series that went on to win Best TV Drama of the Year. Her acting career packed momentum after this, as she featured in movies and series like Footprint, Two Sides of a Coin, Happy Family, Crossroads, Anita, A Good Enough Deed, Anger, Diana's Verdict, and an African Magic original film titled I Am Audrey. In 2015, she signed a 1-year modeling contract with Airtel and has presently ventured into the field of feature production with personal effort, with movies like Upside of Down and Something Special. Ladies and gentlemen, Ruth Agua.
This is the part.
Alright guys, so definitely we're still talking about challenges in movie production and we're looking at Nigeria as a case study. Definitely, I have a very gorgeous lady with me. She started acting before she moved into production. She's still a newbie, but I mean she's produced 2 movies already. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, grandmas and grandpas, everybody, wherever species you come from, you're hermaphrodite, whatever you are, but basically we have with us Ruth Agua. Yay! How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
And she's so pretty, she's popping, like popping like lily flower. She's popping. So quickly, Ruth, I mean, one question I always want to ask, I've always wanted to ask you when I got this topic is, how do you balance being a producer with being an actor? Is it somewhat challenging or are they actually the same thing?
Well, it's not, except when you're acting in your movie.
Yeah.
You know, it takes a lot of challenges because you have to be doing the organizing and then you're acting at the same time.
Yeah.
People are calling you, oh, Ruth, come and do this. This is not being done. This person has not done well in its own department, in his or her own departments and stuff. They all call you. Sometimes, well, I won't say it's that much, especially if you hire the right people,
persons to execute whatever roles,
whatever in their own various departments.
Okay.
Your production manager is doing their job, your director is in their job, and all. But you are the oga pata. They come to you for money and stuff. So, but, and I just provide. Well, I don't think it's that challenging, but it was a bit for me when I did my movies, because it was my first time.
Okay, he made a lot of mistakes, as he mentioned. Now, it's all right. We all learn from mistakes. Now, moving on. When you talk about the movie producer, one question that comes to mind again is, being a producer, do you just wake up one morning and decide, you know what, I'm just going to be a producer of a movie, or of a song or music, whatever, or do you have to go through some rudiment, some sort of training to emerge as a producer, in whatever sphere? Well,
some people do go for trainings before they become producers or directors or whatever, or even actors. But there are some people who are who have it inborn, as if they have it in them to be able to control stuff, to be able to head stuffs. For me, I have always dreamt of being a producer, even when I was an actor. Okay. I didn't just want to stop at being an actor. I wanted to do for that. I wanted to contribute my own quarter into the growth of the industry. I wanted my name to be heard, not just Ruth Agua, to be heard, not just for being an actor, but for someone who is, contributing greatly as a producer, as producing something very good, that people would love to watch and all. So that took you like how many? What was the from acting to production? Yes, I remember I wanted to produce a long time ago. Before acting? Not before acting. After acting. Okay. I would try to source for fun. It was very difficult. Sourcing for fun was very, very difficult. We'll come to that though. Yeah. Let's just hold that, because I know that's a lot of talk, but we'll come to that. It was difficult. I tried as much as I can. It took me a long while before I was able to, get funds to produce my films. Yeah. But lately, now that you've transitioned into production, how has it been? Is the journey is it something you want to do for a longer period? Would you also want to transition into directing too? Yes. Because there's a lot of people doing, acting, producing, and directing. To do that, but I would have to study to do that. Okay. Directing is not as beans. It's not beans at all. Okay. So, you definitely want to transition into that. I definitely want to transition into that. What was the question again, please? That's fine. You already answered my question. The other one I'm going to ask you is, now you're an independent producer. I'm going to ask you one thing. You answered that when I just finished this. Why did you want to become an independent producer? Because I know we have production bodies. Why didn't you join one? Is that a platform for you to join one? Why did you become an independent producer? And as an independent producer, what do I have to do? Or what does Ruth have to do as a producer to get sponsors on board for a movie she's producing? I know it's one thing for you to just produce a movie, but sometimes you need people to come on board. Now, what do you have to do as a producer to get sponsorship? Well, it takes a lot to be a producer, not to talk of being an independent producer. I know there are bodies where you can produce. You can join. Some kind of companies and be producers for them and all that. You can be a producer for them and all that. But me, I did not have any form of training per se. It was just something I just said, okay, I think I can do it. People where they do producing, they don't have two heads. So I think I can do what they are doing. To create that fire. It took a lot for me to become this independent producer that I am now, because sourcing for fun, like I said, was very difficult. You keep having on that, but but all you need is just the will to want to do so, and everything will just fall in place. Everything will just fall in place. For you, what has been the major challenge being an independent producer, and how do you get to earn a living doing this? Or do you have other things by the side? Yeah, I have other things by the side. I do. I sell. I don't want to start. No, it's fine. Tell your market. I don't want to just juggle into that now. But there are other things I do that helps to. But how profitable is it to be an independent producer? Yeah, it is. Well, I've not sold my movie yet, so I won't know how profitable it's going to be. But I believe with what I have, I'll be able to get something out of it. I think it's profitable. I think people should take that take the horn by the, take the bull by the horn, yeah, you know, and venture into it. If you don't need to be fearful, you don't need to be scared. Just venture into it. There's something is positive. Yeah. Yes.
So if I wake up one morning and decide to be a producer, it's fine. I'm going to earn money by it. Maybe I produce it.
No, well, you can't just wake up one morning and say you want to produce and you just produce a movie.
Some people just wake up and they're, dreamland. I had a dream and I want to come and produce
researches. You have to do research like I did.
Okay.
I did some research. I had mentors, you know, that are already in the business and all that. Even when I remember meeting one of my mentors, Mr. Ifeanyi Ezekwe. You know, I met him and he put me through a lot of rudiments. He put me through a lot of stuffs. I learned a lot from him. I learned a lot from his mistakes because him too had produced. He has won. He has failed in his various productions. Yeah. I was able to pick some 1 or 2 things, even though I still ventured into mine and I made some few mistakes. But
which you're going to mention.
Yes, it wouldn't have been as much as
what he did.
Yes, because of course I learned, because before you become, so you need to have mentors, you need to have people already in the game, you need to research more about. You can't just wake up one morning and say, jump, I want to become a producer. Then you bring money and then you go and produce a film. You produce a lot more. You glorified flop. You understand? You're going to produce rubbish because when you want to produce, you need to know that you're going to get your script right. You know, before you produce a good film, you must know that your scripting is very, very good.
To that script writing to do. Okay. All right. So that's definitely a very, very good one, guys. You just need to know the rudiments and definitely have mentors too, as she mentioned. I mean, whatever sphere you are in, I think you should always have mentors that you look up to. Now, and as an independent producer, again, there's a question I want to ask. I know that years back it was actors that used to get celebrated when it came to award ceremonies. When I have categories for best producer in a comedy series or something and something and something. Are you a firm believer that awards are show a test of how good you are in your craft? During your journey into acting and production, have you won any awards? But generally, do you feel like once I get an award tomorrow, okay, I think I'm good?
Well, over the course of because I like I said, I've not been okay. I thought I was behind the scene. We were talking about stuff that I've done and blah blah blah. Yeah. Like I said, I've not been
very consistent.
Very consistent. I've not been regular with this with the acting thing. Yeah. So I wouldn't say I have won any award. I've not won any award in acting. Yeah. For producing, I am hoping that one day I'm going to win an award, and if I do, it won't just be I won't say, oh, because I've won an award, I have arrived. I have not arrived. I'm sure that when I win that award, it will be. What am I going to call it now? What word will I use?
Brain fart. It happens.
Whatever. It will be something that will push me up to even do more. To achieve more, because the sky is just not my limit. People say the sky is your limit. You just be shooting and be going.
Your starting point.
Just be going and be going. I'm doing great things, great stuffs. I plan to do all that. I plan to do movies that win awards for me.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great one. Now, looking at production in Nigeria and production in Hollywood, as we were talking before we started this, can you do a bit of a comparison right now? I know that production has, to me as a lay person, production has definitely gotten better. I was mentioning to you that in our cinemas, people actually rush to watch Nigerian movies now. Now, you said there's still a struggle in terms of production, so maybe you should just list them here. And after that, I'll have you mention the mistakes you made while you were in that production journey. But yeah, just go on.
Okay, comparison. We're growing. We're not where we used to be years back. Nollywood is rebranding. It's obvious. People are seeing cinema culture is cultivated already.
Definitely.
People are going to the cinemas and say, I want to watch Okafor's Law. I want to watch Wedding Party. I want to watch this. I want to watch that. Formerly in those days, when you go to the cinemas, people watch only American films, Nigerian movies. I know how it's going to end. Rubbish. You understand what I'm saying? But now Nigerians are trying. We, the producers and actors, were doing well. But still, there's still a very huge gap between the American movie industry and the Nigerian movie industry. this gap is none other, because we can match up to them. We have the talent to match up, whether actors, whether directors, whether producers, we have the talent to match up to them. The only challenge that is the huge gap between us is funding. Okay, so we're going to hold that thought. I just wanted to pause, and then when we return, we'll tackle that funding very well. So guys, definitely, I hope you've been enjoying this conversation with Ruth Agua. We'll go on a very quick break right now. When we return, the Magnet Game Show is going to pop up. We have a game show for you. I hope you're ready. You know, whether I'm ready or not, we'll be right back, guys. Take it away.
This is the part.